Howdy all, my name is Brunt Half a Ton Mistrunner, told more of the Mistrunner tribe, and today I want to talk to you all about tanking Gruul. Now Gruul is one of the big bosses in Burning Crusade, and usually the first 25-man boss that people are able to kill. Going through my gear, I have mostly mitigation on, stamina gems, hit gems. I'm going to dual wield at the start of this fight with Dragonmaw King's Defender. I'm using the Stiletto from Karazhan for some hit rating, and I've got a mixture of threat mitigation stuff in the slots. The general strat for this fight is you need to have a main tank top threat, and then you need to have a second tank who's also racing for threat because the boss does a hateful strike mechanic like patchwork. If there's anyone who is in range of the boss and they're second in threat, they're going to get hit really hard. So you want to make sure you have a warrior tank, a bear tank, or a paladin tank ready to soak that damage. Buff-wise, I have Elixir of Major Agility as my battle elixir, I have Elixir of Major Defense as my defense elixir, and I have Spicy Hot Talbook as my food buff. I also have a Lesser Rune of Warding on my chest piece. You can use a Rune of Warding, lasts for an hour, and it's a separate buff, just gives you a chance to absorb a little bit more damage. People are talking about their misdirect assignments. Basically, we're just going to walk in there and start building threat whenever we're ready to pull. The boss has some cave-in stuff. You're going to see little pebbles falling from the ceiling. You want to move out of the way of that. If you're the one tanking it, you just basically want to hold the boss in the center. Other people can move around that. We're double checking all our buffs and stuff. I still have the game open and the hickin' people promoting the PvP are crying and stuff. What's this? What is this? Okay, stop making that noise. Okay, we're pulling Gruul. Did a Blood Rage. Opened up with the Heroic Devastate, Heroic Devastate, Heroic Devastate. I'm trying to get way ahead in threat. I'm dual wielding for now. Got a bunch of procs of haste. I also use a haste potion at the start of this fight. Yep, there's a haste potion. And I'm just racing for threat. Make sure there's Demo Shout, Thunderclap on the boss if you can. I have Thunderclap up fresh. There's the Demo Shout. Now we're just Heroic Strike Devastate. Zoom out a little bit so I can see more of the fight. There's one growth stack. You see the pebbles. Move out of the way. Heroic Strike Devastate. Heroic Strike Devastate. If you have a shield on for this, that's fine. Just shield block as well. Shield slam. Moving out of the cave in again. There's a ground slam, Berserker Stance Intercept. If you're a bear, you can charge back in. And I'm looking at the range check there. You see right here? Watch out for the range check. The more people who are in that range, the more damage you take. And one thing you can do, if you realize that you have a bunch of people in your range before that ground slam is going to happen, what you can do is last stand, or you can use a Nightmare Seed. You see I use this Nightmare Seed. Lasts for 20 seconds. It buffs your max HP. So I'm at 17k HP right now, using that Nightmare Seed. Putting a shield on wouldn't be a bad idea either. I'm just playing this fight aggressive because I'm a little bit overgeared for it. But if you're not overgeared, play it safe, use a shield. You see the boss is turned into Ursidon. He's just hitting the second in threat who's in melee range. Cave-in damage, get out of that. These alerts coming up are from Deadly Boss mods. You can get that on CurseForge or wherever. Boss at 64%. He's at about 2 stacks. This ground slam timer you see in the upper right with 10 seconds left, that means the earliest time that it could happen, but it's not guaranteed to happen. Alright, I put a shield on now, as boss is getting to about half. A little bit less risky. Want to keep up that Thunderclap Demo Shout. I don't have it up right now. Reverberation is a silence. You can't cast shouts and some other abilities whenever you're silenced, even as a warrior. We got Thunderclap up. And now I'm going to be switching to Iron Shield Potion. We open this fight with the Haste Potion. I'm going to Berserker Stance Intercept again. Defensive Stance. Heroic Strike. Only one person in range. So I take a bit of damage, but not too much. I'm shield blocking, keeping up Thunderclap, shield slamming, Heroic Strike, Devastate. Shield block every time. You get tons of rage tanking Gruul. It's one of the best things about tanking the tough bosses. They hit you a whole bunch, that means you can use all your abilities. If you notice in my hotkeys, I have Shield Slam on E, Devastate on F, Heroic Strike on Q, and Shield Block on B. I can hit pretty much all those abilities at the same time because they're really easy to reach, and I can apply them simultaneously. You should think about that when you're setting up your own hotkeys. The abilities you spam should be really easy to reach. I have my left hand in the WASD location. Some people have the old school approach of everything is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 0, and then they just kind of put stuff wherever from there. But taking a pass on your hotkeys can help you a lot. And you shouldn't be clicking stuff either. We're keeping up that shield block. Basic rotation here, watching out for the cave-in damage. As the fight goes on, he hits harder and harder. So Iron Shield Potion is a must. I have 40 of them on me, just in case it goes bad. It's probably your most important consume, honestly. Demo Shout Refresh. Your Sunder Stack typically stays at full. Ground Slam, Berserker Intercept, Defensive Stance. One thing you can spam at the end of this shatter is your Health Stone as well. It's a good call. I just went ahead and used mine. As a tank, you can oftentimes anticipate the trouble spots of a raid. Say before a Ground Slam damage is applied, or whenever the cave-in is going to happen on Magtheridon. You have your Nightmare Seed as an option, you have your Health Stone as an option, Last Stand, or even Shield Wall, if it was looking dicey. That would be a preemptive use of a defensive, because you know that you're about to take damage, as opposed to a reactive one. So I use Last Stand here at the end of the fight. It's going to be a good bit until we get all set up and buffed up for Magtheridon. And the boss is hitting me for 6k now. 5.5k. Mitigation looks really nice when the boss is hitting that hard. And that's basically Gruul. If you have any shaman friends, nice trick is to keep up Water Shield. One of Gruul's abilities, just procs it throughout the fight so they can use that ability many times over the course of it. Man, pretty straightforward fight. Definitely one of the more fun fights to tank, because you got that Ground Slam Intercept. Get to fly around in the air and whatnot. Remember to bring your consumes. It's very crucial on this fight. And you don't have to dual wield, and that's just an option that's available for the low growth stacks. Hope y'all found this guide informative. Remember to use range 18, not get too close to people. Best of luck. Hopefully it doesn't throw you up in a big stack of people. And I hope you get some good bis. Ancestors watch over you. Brunt out.